All right, so this is one of, if not the most, affordable leg press and hack squats on the market today. It's made by a company called RitFit. They make a bunch of home gym-oriented equipment, everything from all-in-one power racks to benches and Smith machines. This here is one of their most popular offerings and what I'd consider their flagship product, simply just due to the price and obviously the functionality you get compared to any other competitor in this equipment category. Let's take a look. Hey guys, this is Michael with the Jungle Gym Reviews. Today we're reviewing the RitFit BLP01 2-in-1 leg press and hack squat machine. After getting multiple requests to try this machine, seeing it pop up over and over again in my ads, the Home Gym Facebook group, I'm glad we finally got a chance to check it out in person and put it through the paces in my workouts. Before we get into the rest of the video, I wanted to say thank you to RitFit for sending me this product to review and provide my honest and concise feedback on, and I will always continue to do so for all product reviews here on the channel. Please check out the link in the description to purchase the leg press and hack squat machine from RitFit. So as I mentioned, the price of this machine is the driving factor of its popularity. It's typically listed around $1,000, but it's almost always on sale. There's a coupon you can find on either their website or Amazon, always putting the price around $700 or so. At the time of filming this review, they have a code to get it about $650 directly from their website. Especially at that sale price, it's really hard to complain about nearly anything as long as it doesn't kill me, because any new machine that's both this large and has this much functionality, especially a 2-in-1, easily costs that price and typically much more. One thing to note though, the price mentioned does not include any plates, but I assume most people looking for a machine like this or anything plate loaded already has plenty of plates at home. If you don't have them, you can obviously add them as part of a package deal like the one they sent me here. So the design of this machine is very similar, if not the same, as every other tried and true design, other manufacturer versions that you've seen in the past. But where I think they differ is how they cut some of the costs here. Almost everything you see is fully bolt together rather than welded on. You'll see a lot of brackets on the frame, bolts for the weight horns, you name it, rather than welded thicker pieces throughout, which helps lower the overall weight, making it lighter and more consolidated for smaller packaging dimensions and shipping purposes. From day one, I noticed the weight of the frame overall was definitely lighter than I expected, along with the thickness of the steel being relatively light compared to other machines or gym equipment pieces that I own. This machine definitely felt the lightest duty of any machine I've owned so far, so I was originally slightly concerned that it wouldn't hold up to any real loading. However, after a few weeks of using this 2 to 3 times a week, now for hack squat, leg press, even calf raises, as you can clearly see, I've been pleasantly surprised that for the price, it gets the job done. I plan to keep it around and have as an alternative leg accessory option to barbell movements because it simply just works. If you want specifics about the overall design, please check out the machine dimensions, weight, loading capacities on RitFit's website. You can use the links in the description, which will take you directly to the product page. Lastly, in regards to the design, the weight capacity says it's 1,200 pounds. That is static and not the dynamic weight capacity, which means the weight you're actually using during the movements. During some online digging, I found the number 560 pounds that was given to a home gym Facebook group community user from a RitFit online support chat. I'm definitely not the strongest guy in the world, but I can comfortably rep out nearly 300 or 400 pounds on this leg press, so overall loading capacity may be a concern for stronger users. If you can squat, I would say 275 for reps, well, or 315 plus. I would unofficially say you're probably getting close to maxing out this machine's capacity, and you might want to opt for something a little more heavy duty, coupled with the fact that at that strength tier, you honestly can't even load enough plates here on the weight horns. So if you're doing those increments, you might want to look for something else. So with the lighter duty geared toward home gym's design, I was curious about how well it would actually function in the real world, but to my surprise, it's been just great. The linear bearings slide extremely well up and down. They're very smooth. The leg press plate has different angles that you can adjust, everything from doing normal leg press to calf raises. The hack squat has an excellent range of motion, coming from someone who is a deep squatter, but the leg press range of motion has the same limitation that pretty much all of these 2-in-1 hack squat and leg press machines do. That's with the leg press range of motion just being a little bit less. Just like the Titan Fitness version of this machine I used to own, right out of the box, it doesn't allow me personally to get a full range of motion. But please note, again, I'm a deep squatter, so if you go typical 90 degrees with the knees to hips, then I think you should just be fine. RitFit actually did a really good job and did their homework on the exact range of motion, distance, and calculations, detailing the user's height versus the expected range of motion they can expect from the leg press. See their website for more details. My personal way to fix this range of motion issue is simply to add an old bench back pad on top of the RitFit back pad. This pushes me forward a few more inches, which allows for the equivalent range of motion increase. If you don't have something like this laying around, you could use something as simple as a weight plate or a couple 2x4s, anything that really will push your back out. So for me, for most people, I assume it's completely not a deal breaker. Besides the range of motion, everything about this machine just simply works as intended with a decent amount of adjustment options to fit each user's preference and individual biomechanics. So as far as alternative options go, there are so many options. I can make an entire video comparing them. Maybe I will, probably not, probably someone already did. However, if you just want the consolidated rundown to this RitFit machine, the obvious ones are Amazon, Walmart import versions, which are more or less around the same price range, typically $100 or $200 more to last I checked. But to my knowledge, this one has more real-world verified users and feedback than I've personally seen for some of those other ones. So probably give this one a go first. If you want to step up in either the functionality, heavy-duty construction, more loading capacity, etc., you now jump into that $1,300 to $2,000 range with the likes of Titan Fitness, Gronk Fitness, Body Solid, Force USA, Bells of Steel, Hoist, etc. The list goes on. Now, if you want the real jump to much better quality, durability, functionality, ergonomics, maybe even a built-in TV, then you should check out the likes of Bolt Fitness and French Fitness. They have some overbuilt versions. But honestly, at those prices, I could see an argument creeping in for a used or even new commercial version of either one of these machines or some sort of standalone version. At the end of the day, it's really just down to your individual budget, your strength, your body type, proportions, and overall use case to weigh all the aforementioned options. But RitFit One certainly holds the current best price per value of all the competition, hence why we're here today. Overall, although I was slightly skeptical when assembling this machine due to the notably lighter duty feel compared to others I've owned or tried, fits my needs perfectly for the time being in my training, and so now I can completely understand how this has become a viable option in the competitive home gym leg accessory machine market. Other quality of life things to note, like the padding density and the locations of the shoulder pads and seats and angles and all that stuff. Padding's comfortable, could be a little more durable, and I'm interested to see, since it's a little on the thinner side, how it will hold up over time. The handles themselves are more on the economy side, but just fine. They're comfortable soft foam, and the diamond style grip on the leg press plate and the hack squat plate keep your feet even in sweaty socks. I tried. On the pressing plates, just fine. These locking arms have some weird rubber bumper stopper thing integrated into them, and they stop the trolley from sliding down, and they kind of have a little bit of play and and it even comes out. One day, maybe I'll super glue or duct tape this down the line, but till then, I understand why it's here as a protective piece, but I just wish they could maybe make some improvements to that. It's nice that they do use some sort of polished chrome on the weight horns in order for the weight plates and the horn itself not to get scratched when sliding on and off plates. And they do have both of these weight horns in the back as well for storage and solidifying the overall movement of the machine if needed. So all in all, after these months of use, I'm going to keep using this machine in my gym going forward. And I would say if you have it in your budget, even if you're just an average user, especially if you're not Eddie Hall or Brian Shaw, I don't think you can go wrong with the multifunctionality per incredibly low price. Thank you for checking out this review of the RitFit leg press and hack squat machine. If you have any questions, please comment down below. I'll be happy to answer or at least try. Thanks for tuning into the Jungle Gym Reviews. We will see you next time. Peace.